There's probably people who have tried to tell you to change yourself. I'm here to tell you to stop trying so hard to change yourself. Why? Because you're too smart for that. You're not a person who can change your entire self. You are who you are. But you are a person who can change the things you do. By changing the things you do, you will see the change that you want to see in yourself. Anyone who has a child knows how much things change. I am the father of a boy who is neurodiverse and a handful. When he was younger, I didn't understand the challenges he had, and I tried to punish him by timeouts, taking away toys, and quiet time. This only made things worse. Then, with the help of my wife and research, I looked at myself. I was the one who needed to change my behavior. I changed my expectations, the amount of positive feedback I gave my son, my patience, and the quality of attention I gave him. The results were amazing. I understood that he was not like the other kids, and I adapted to what he responded to best. I changed my bad parenting habits, and he changed his approach to life. I was the same person. I just chose to try different parenting techniques. By changing my habits, I was able to get what I wanted the most, a better relationship with my son. The benefits of change is not just limited to parents. Anyone who has a desire to change something about themselves should benefit from this information. I believe that having the ability to change will create better options for college students who are facing challenging situations. The ability to change is not easy, nor is the ability to accept change. But there are 3 areas of change that I urge you to attempt. Change to be more flexible, change how you see yourself, and change how you respond to change. If we can accept change, we have the ability to be more accepting of many things. So what do I mean by changing more to be more flexible? How often are you annoyed by someone else's behavior? We like to judge. We like to think that we're open-minded, tolerant people. But when we think of the people that are closest to us, family, friends, co-workers, fellow students, and the way we react to them, maybe we can afford to change to be a little bit more flexible with them. We often have expectations of what others should be doing, causing us not to accept them for who they truly are. My wife is always running late. She has no sense of time. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a very rough estimate. I like to be on time or early wherever we are going. Early on in our relationship, this was a huge issue. We would argue about punctuality. Often I would be speeding to get us to a function on time, arguing the whole way there. Only to show up to a party agitated and irritable. Not who you want your party, right? It took me a long time to realize that I expected my wife to have the same anxieties as I did. She is an easygoing person that does not have that trait. So I changed how I saw the importance of time. If it's not vitally important, it can wait. This in turn made me to be more flexible with my wife and all who she is. Now we show up to the party fashionably late, holding hands, and ready to have a good time. I truly believe that flexibility is the key to happiness. So now you know to change to be more flexible. But how do you change how you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Are you a morning person, an exercise nut, ultra productive? Are you creative? All of these are ways we might identify ourselves. The problem is our identities can weigh us down. We give ourselves an out for why we do the things we do. I'm not good at eating healthy. Instead, change the way you think of your life as little decisions that you make and the actions that come from them. To change ourselves is simply stating that we'd like to make slightly better actions and decisions. Remove yourself from those decisions. Make decisions based on if it's a good decision. Eating green stuff? Good. Getting enough sleep? Good. This doesn't mean that you're a healthy person or a morning person. It just means that you made better choices. I used to view myself as a perfectionist. This was my identity. When I did something, I did it right. The problem was, I was afraid of failing. If the project didn't come out as I planned, it was a huge failure. So I didn't attempt many things outside of my comfort zone because I was afraid of tarnishing my identity of being a perfectionist. I learned to remove my identity from my decisions and my actions. I stopped caring what others or I thought of myself. In turn, I tried a lot of different things and accomplished a lot more. But what if there are external changes you can't control? Should you fight it? Should you give in? Change how you accept change. When you surrender to the fact that you're always evolving and can accept change, you can stop getting so surprised every time change may find you. Just like the weather will always change, shifts will keep happening in our life. Instead of becoming unbreakable and rigid, try to adapt to what's changing around you. With practice, you'll eventually get super bendy. People and loves will come and go. Your sports team will be good for a short amount of time, then they will be bad again. Start by accepting that. Easier said than done, I know. But when you accept this fact, a huge weight will lift off your shoulders. About 12 years ago, I had my own small business. Business was good. Life was good. Then my wife came to me and she said she wanted to quit her job and go back to school. And she applied for different colleges. I wasn't sure what would happen or if we'd have to move. We left our hometown and all my immediate family and friends. I sold my business and I was scared. We moved across the country to the East Coast. It turned out that those were the 4 most magical years of my life. I made lifelong friends, experienced new culture, and I learned how to accept change. In closing, it is understandable why so many people fear change. It puts us in a position where we are uncertain of the outcome. But if we can change our actions and accept change, we have a much better chance at living a more fulfilled life. For the past few minutes, I've talked about the benefits of changing and your acceptance of others, and how to change how you see yourself, and how to respond to change. What is it that you would like to change about yourself? Whatever it is, just remember that you are changing a choice that you will make, not changing your entire self. You can choose to change what you eat, your education level, how you view yourself, how you accept others, etc. Just ask yourself this: is that the best choice, or should I change what I'm doing? I challenge you to make a change with something small and observe the results. Chances are, both you and the people closest to you will happily notice the change. There's a good chance that each one of you are ready for some kind of change. Most of you already have jobs, some of you have children, yet you still have enrolled in this class to further your education. That shows that you are making the right choice, and you changed your life trajectory. What is the next change you will make?